Okay, hi guys, it's me, Kelly. We're on part 2 of drawing the face. So, we did our eyes, that's in the first video, and now we're going to do the nose and the mouth. Now, when I first sketched this out and did my my lines, I did these down too far. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off my bottom line. And usually, you know, I do the guide. You guys will do your guide. And then you'll go and you'll see, like, oh, okay, the eyes aren't as big as I wanted them. I was going to make them. Or they're bigger. And this is when you kind of adjust your stuff. So this will be my mouth line. And I'm going to put the nose probably an inch. Let me measure. Probably an inch up higher than I was. I'm just going to do a little line right there. Okay. So that'll be where our nose will be. And I'm even thinking that might be a little bit low still. And again, this is all trial and error. This is all on what you want. So I'm going to put my ruler there. And just move it up on my line just a little bit more and kind of go there. And then I can worry about my bottom line when I'm done. So now we see, and now we are from that line that we did under the line that's under the eyes, or let's just go from underneath the eye. You're about 1.25 inches down. So make your line 1.25 inches down from the bottom of your eye. There are so many ways to make noses. So here's where our nose is going to be. And I'm going to erase it a little bit, the line, so I can still see where it's at, but know what I'm going to do. And one of the ways, I have some like crayon or something that just is sticking to my paper. Goodness only knows what it is. So what I do is I usually do your little half moon. And little upside down commas. And then I'll do parentheses around it. See? Now, again, a million different ways to do noses. This is the way I do it. I'm going to show you and teach you on this one. But there's a million different ways, and maybe down the road I'll show another way. So let me just show you one more time, a little bigger. But you'll do this in, you know, relevance to your drawing. So you make that. And then you do like this. Now you can do it one continuous thing. My lead's breaking. I hate when my lead breaks. But you see? And then you bring your parentheses. Now that's a big nose. And then, you know, I kind of darken under here. You know, you play around with it a little bit. Give it the shading or whatever. But that's basically the nose. And then when you, when we bring it up, we'll hook it on from here, from the top of this parenthesis, and we'll go over the eye somewhat. Now we can do both sides, or we could do one side. This is one side. And then if you want to do the other, you just go on and do it that way. I like to really only do one side, depending on what the painting is, or the picture I'm doing. And then you can go in and shade it. But that's, you know, that's really up to you guys. But that's how you do the nose in a big form. So if you want to practice just how to do your nose, again, very simplistic. I just go like this. And then I'll do like the, you know, it's like kind of the nostrils. And then do your, and then this will go up. And then say your eyes right here. See? Very simple. And the more you do that, like I said, the easier it gets. My pencil is really breaking. Okay, so we have our little nose. It's a little one. You want it a little bigger? Go for it. And again, I'm just going to start with where my parenthesis is, and I'm just going to take it up. And I'm not going to go into the eyebrow area. I'm just going to give her a little nose. Now, I'm going to take my eraser. Any eraser works. And I'm going to erase these lines. And this is watercolor paper, I believe. I just grabbed whatever I had sitting here. But you can use printer paper to practice on, whatever you want. So, you can go in and darken these. If you're going to paint this, and I'll give you a little tip when I'm done at the end. But there you go. And the reason I like using mechanical pencils is because they have erasers on in the back. And I like that. You can use a number 2 pencil. It doesn't really matter. But this is just a general. Alright, so we have our little nose. So now let's do our mouth. Now our mouth is down, the line's down a little bit further than I want. Like I said, I'm kind of off on my, I'm used to doing the bigger faces, but I don't want to, I'm kind of off today as it is. So we're just going to move down, maybe like an inch from the nose and do your line. Just so you have a general line right there. And then, you know, we have our little thing that goes underneath our nose. It's called something, a little divot. And I'm not worried about that right now. You can play with that, shade it in, do whatever you want. But we're going to do the lips. So I'm going to use this line here for the middle of my lips. And I'm going to take this off right now just for me to do this. Now, there is a rule they say. I don't always follow it, but the inside of the eye is where the lip should end. So your lip should be... What the heck did I do there? Okay. And what I do is, this is my middle of my lip, and I'm going to just take a sweep. See like where your nose is right here? You could draw a little fake line going down a little bit, just so you know. And do like your little swoop right here. Just a small little swoop. And go over it as many times as you have to till it gets even. And that's going to be, you're going to bring it out there. And we got our top lip. Now, how we brought this down here, I take my pencil, I take it out to the end, I bring it in to where that line is where I started, and that's where I bring in my bottom lip. And I do the same thing here, I bring it out, I bring it in, and I get my general lip. Now, as you know, you can look online, and people do lips 1,000,006 different ways. You can make this bottom lip. Everybody's lip's different. Everybody's eyes are different. Everybody's nose is different. So it all depends. See how nice you got this little eraser here? So I love buying these mechanical pencils. This one's a Bic. Number 2, 0.5. I like the 0.7s. I have them all, but I just grab whatever is on sale. I grab a bunch of them and I have them all over the place because that's what I love to draw with. I'll just erase my little lines there. Okay. So you see, so far, we have our little face. Well, let me take it all the way back here so you can see it. Now, eyebrows, same thing. Let's go and let's just start. Choose where you want your eyebrows. And just kind of give a very light eyebrow look. We know that the eyebrows are a little thicker as they come down here. But that's basically all it is. And then go on the same side. I mean the other side, rather. I'm sorry. And you can make them more pointy. You want to make her a little different looking. Now this one I'm not doing as good as that. It's a little too long. It's hard doing them this fast. But, you can give her a more of an arch if you want. If you want her to look fancy. And then, like I said, her little nose, and then you can do that little piece here. Now, what I like to do in my lips, because if you put your lips together, where I erase that little line. Let's do this down. I erase that little line, and where this divot is right here, I like to repeat that here. Just a little bit, because when you do go to shade it or paint it or whatever you're going to do. And a lot of people, I don't do this often. It depends on the kind of painting or picture that I'm doing. But there's we all have this ball on our nose. I don't know if you've ever seen anybody do the nose where they do, let's see, they kind of do the, that's too small, it's too, you do your thing, you get your little doohickeys, get this, and then they take it they do their little, ball thing on top, to give it that shadow that we have. And some people will connect it so it looks like a little whimsical nose. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. I'd have to play around with it a little bit more. But it's this little whimsical nose. It's really cute, but it's not what you want. You definitely want this kind of nose for what we're doing. So, just going to put that in a little bit. And if you think those lines on the outside are too much, erase them a little bit. Now, some people do this chin thing here, because some people have a little bit more depth or definition in their chin. You can do that if you want. If you don't, this is just a basic. And now we do the face. So what I do is kind of the same as we did with the other one, where I want my chin to be, I want my bottom to be close to my lips. And I'm just going to kind of give myself a little of a thing here. And then I'm just going to start next to my eyebrow. Bring it down. And you can make whatever kind of face. If I was drawing my face, it would be a basketball. And then you can bring it down over here. Because remember, you can erase lines. You can play. And you have your round face. And you can lightly make the egg head. So she has her forehead now. Doesn't have to be perfect because you're not going to see it. Because There's our face. But we want hair. What kind of hair do you want? I don't know. Why don't we give her a neck? Neck, same as like with the whimsical in a way. You just kind of go down. Give her your neck. Give her a neck. You can do her shoulders. You don't want her neck that long. Make it shorter. You want, you know, I always do like little arm things here. You know, and again, that you play around so it's in proportion, but that's just the general, you know, she doesn't need to have a line. If you want her to have a shorter neck, erase it and make her have a shorter neck. As I said, everything's fixable. Some people do have long necks. I don't. I think I'm losing my pencil here now for good. Until I sharpen that. Okay, so you get the drift of that. Okay. And then hair, you could do whatever you want. You want her to have bangs, make bangs. I like doing, you know, if you want to do like a part in the middle, you could do a part in the middle. I always do like a side type thing. Bring it down. My pencil is about done. Bring it close to the neck. This becomes kind of your follow your linescape of what your hair is. Come over here. Same thing. And this is just basic hair. I'm not doing anything special or showing how to do hair. This is just a quick hair. Make the rest of her down there. And then I go in and, I mean, I'm pretty happy with as quick as this is. And I'll take my, if I'm keeping it pencil, I'll go in and darken. If I'm not, then what I like to do is one of two things. And I'll give you those tips and then I'll be on my way. And I hope you guys do this and send me pictures because I'd love to see you guys doing this. One thing you can do, if you want to paint this now with acrylic paint, right? Or watercolor or whatever you want to do. You can buy, people do this. I've not done it, but I know a lot of people have done this very successfully. And some, you know, pretty well established artists. They go to the dollar store and buy aerosol, not pump, aerosol hairspray. And they spray this. And what it does is it sets it. So the charcoal, the pencil, whatever underneath won't smudge. You can do that. You can go in and use your different pencils and do it as a charcoal picture. You can take matte Mod Podge, matte Collage Podge, matte medium, matte gel medium. You can take, I've taken white school glue, mixed it with a little bit of water and did it. And then you can also protect it with that and then go over and paint over it. Okay, that's a definite thing. Or what I do is, and I'm not going to do it on this one because I'm going to end up painting this one or doing something with that one. But what I do is, let's pretend like this is my picture, right? This nose. And we have our eye here. My pencil broke. We have our eye here. We have our eye here. Blah, 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 right? What I like to do is I go in with my eraser. This is a Faber-Castell dust-free eraser. I love this eraser, but my favorite eraser is somewhere, but not here, because I have it in my pack over there, and I'll have to get the name of it. But what I do is I erase just so I can see, and this is great because it doesn't do a lot of dust. You know when you do a lot of dust, but you can go to the dollar store and buy whatever erasers they have. It doesn't matter. Now this is just printer paper I'm erasing on, so it's not as sturdy. But you can use printer paper. You can use whatever you want. So you see how I erased it, but I can still see it. So now when I go in with paint, I don't have any paint sitting here, of course. Why would I have paint sitting here? Now when you go in with paint, okay, you can go in with a permanent black marker, a thin Sharpie. You know, they sell those Sharpies that are thin. Let's see what I got here. You can go in with brown, or you can go in with colored pencil. Colored pencil would be great. Then you can do your outline. You can do like a brown colored pencil. Okay, so pretend like that's what this is, or a brown marker. And then you can go back in and trace what you did. Okay. He looks like a little bit of a goober, but that's okay. I would probably use him for something else. You could do so many different kind of lips. Just think about it. You know? But anyway, then you can go in with a colored pencil. You can use a watercolor pencil or whatever you want. But so you can go in, and now that this is permanent, or like I said, your colored pencil or whatever, now you can go in with your paint. So if you use a light color like a beige or a light brown or whatever, and use a light touch, you can then go in now with your paint, and always paint white first. Like if you don't have gesso and you're doing this on paper, or you're doing this on canvas, and you want to like have an undercoating of something and you don't have gesso, use white paint. If you're doing this on top of, like, if I'm doing this and I'm painting her and I'm putting her on a mixed media painting, it's something different because I'm going to paint her and get her all on here and then cut her out and then add her to my mixed media background. But, you know, you can gesso her. You can use a little bit of white paint as your gesso because it's your base coat if you want, and then go over her. You can do whatever you want. But if you're using colored paper or even like a thin printer paper, which you're free to do, you know, you want a little bit of body to it. So, but that's it. So this is our girl, and she's our more realistic face. And I'm going to paint her and do stuff with her and add her to a canvas. And I think down the road, in another week or so, I'll do the 3/4 face or the side view or something to show you guys how simple. I mean, when it's broken down like this, it's so simplistic. If you guys have any questions, ask. I love getting your comments. I love getting your emails. Show me what you guys do. And thank you so very much for standing by and watching my videos and subbing and everything. And within the next few weeks, we're going to have another giveaway. So I hope y'all have a great week. And I hope that you guys try this. It's very easy. And like I said, from this, what I just taught you, you can make so many different looks just by playing around with the eyebrows. With the nose, make it a little bit wider. The lips a little bit bigger. The hair different. Make it curly. Make it short into a bob with bangs. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. So have a great day. Thank you guys so very much. And I will see you soon. I think I'm going to do a Jelly Roll clay video. I've been getting a lot of requests to do more clay videos. So on how to do different things. So I think that might be my next video. So have a great day, guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.